name's Ruth Williams and I'm part of the Transforming Local Infrastructure project in Peterborough, and that's Peterborough Council for Voluntary Services. The project's about building the capacity of the voluntary sector to deliver more and to look at the possibility to diversify its income streams and to embrace change where they're looking at generating an income and that becoming social enterprise. Some of the bigger issues for the charity sector is how they actually stick to their mission and how they also developed when they have voluntary boards that perhaps are risk averse. Early on in the project, what was obvious was that many groups and CEOs and heads of charity groups and organisations were feeling isolated and in fear. What we've worked to do is try to build a business growth centre which was about bringing charities together to take charge of their own learning and their development. So we hope that now, after today's talk as well, groups will see that there are opportunities and it is about working together. It's building trust amongst the voluntary sector and it's finding allies, and that actually we need to define and carve out our own difference and to make sure that we value what we do and that others are valuing what we do, and that there is investment there, and we can also make sure that we invest ourselves and we invest in our development.
The other partners through the Building for the Future programme that have directly supported Ruth and the social enterprise work are the following organisations: Living Sport for Peterborough and Cambridgeshire, Mentor, Community Action Peterborough, Young Lives and Peterborough Environment City Trust. And they're all closely working with a number of smaller organisations that are all developing their own social enterprise.
Good afternoon everybody, my name's Karen McNulty. If you are already on Twitter, you can find me at Karen McNulty. I'm from Media Matters. We're a PR and marketing agency based in Peterborough. One of the things I know about the charity sector is that you've got lots of different audiences actually. It isn't just about the raising money.
One of the things that my place, I believe, does very well is that we help people have pride in themselves again. The simple fact is, running a voluntary group is an onerous responsibility, and the one thing trustees have got to learn now is to be proud of what they do.
Hi, my name is Mark Jackson. I head up the charities team at Rawlinson's Accountants, and we've just finished our third annual charities conference. And talking to people as they've been leaving, it's been a great day, and hopefully lots of input from a variety of people on all sorts of different subjects related to charities that they can now take back to their own individual charities and make a difference to improve what they're doing.
My name's Daniel. I work as the Administrator and Database Officer at PCVS on the TLI funded Building for the Future project. One of my main roles is to produce an online database of services in the city. The database will act as a resource for people to look up information on services. So if somebody needs to find a group that helps partially sighted people in Peterborough, they'll be able to type in blindness, partially sighted and keyword search, and it will bring up all the groups in the city.
My name is Olufemi Olashoku, and I'm the Community Group Development Worker for the Transforming Local Infrastructure project for the Peterborough Council for Voluntary Services. The key aim of my role is to support community centres and village halls in and around Peterborough, and also to build capacity within Community Action Peterborough CAP, which is the umbrella body of all the community centres and village halls.
We've got Femi, who is attached to CAP, if you like. She goes around all the community centres. She helps greatly with the funding.
I found Femi to be particularly helpful, and she's sort of led me almost by the hand from starting off not really knowing exactly what was entailed to being really quite confident now about what I need to know.
The grant has been totally removed from all the community centres as we speak, and they really do need all the funding that they can get to sustain those buildings.
Funding cuts, a bit of a sore point with every community centre, I think.
The cuts made a drastic change to this place.
But we've got to think quite carefully about how we can make things happen in the future so that we can keep going. You know, the huge risk, of course, is that council funding will be even further reduced, and there'll be more and more demands on the voluntary sector and volunteers finding more money out of our hires and other community interests.
Futuristic, it looks like it's going to get worse. We are a bit shaky we don't have a big pot of money behind us, and it's where are people going to keep funding it.
I am really happy with the communication that we have been able to develop with the statutory body, which is the local council in Peterborough. There is now a continuous meeting that the community centre committees actually have with the council to actually make their grievances known.
PCVS has been absolutely brilliant for me. I'm relatively new to the community association world, and all the help I can get is what I will grab, and thankfully with both hands. Over the last year, I've been involved in a number of training courses that have been provided by PCVS. I'm now able to use social media very effectively to promote our community association and the hall. I found the networking with different people exceptional. It's been really useful to talk not just to other community associations, but to other people who are in the community who are working to the same difficulties at the moment.
They're a good support of info and guidance. So, yeah, well done for PCVS.
They've been very useful. They've organised things like we have today, for example, which brings all the communities together, gives them a chance to come together.
Today is an event that we have put together to actually see how all these groups can come together.
I think a community centre should be in every little hub because it's a lifeline. And I think that's what is needed in each centre.
I would encourage everybody to get involved in the local communities, especially through the community centres and village halls.
Really, it's a case of, if you've got a community centre locally, use it or lose it. It's the famous saying.